Good morning, Facebook. I'm Dustin Adams, Caterpillar Backhoe Loader Product Specialist, located here in sunny North Carolina. Today I've got Kurt Moss with me, Cat Expert Operator and Product Service Engineer.
Hey everybody.
Now, when Kurt's not in the office working with dealers, working on complex technical issues, he's out in the field, such as this one, and he's helping us tune these machines that we've got behind us. So we're excited to have Kurt here today, and we're super excited to have you here today. Now, the reason we've invited you here is because June is Safety Awareness Month, so we wanted to talk about that, and we also wanted to celebrate 30 plus years of Cat Backhoe Loaders being produced and sold in North America. So, when you think about Cat Backhoe Loaders and engineers, what comes to mind? Cost, quality, performance? Those all do, and on that long notepad list of items that our engineers focus on, they all take a back seat to safety. And so this morning we're going to touch on a few safety features, because I couldn't sit here and have the time or waste your time with a full day of talking about safety features. So I'm going to have to break those down into a small category and talk through those. So first of all, we're going to start on the outside of the machine, and then we're going to move inside, and then we're going to do a really cool brake demonstration to keep you guys entertained and hopefully educate you on the different safety features. So before the camera started rolling this morning, Kurt did a machine walk around. He checked the tire pressures, and he did more than just kick the tires. He actually broke out his tire gauge and checked those tire pressures. He's checked for loose and leaks, and he's also greased the critical joints on this machine, so his machine is almost ready to go. He's got a couple more things he needs to do, but that's going to take place on top of the platform. So Kurt, why don't you hop up there and start your day?
Absolutely.
Now while Kurt's getting situated, you'll notice that first of all, he's taken 3 points of contact to enter that machine. That is a process that we encourage every operator to use, and you'll notice he's got both his hands on the long grab rails on the machine, and he safely and easily has his bottom foot on that bottom step. That is a heavy-duty serrated step that is anti-slip, and it's really nice for cleaning off those muddy boots that he tends to generate. Now, I don't know where you're at, but here in North Carolina, in the red clay, that stuff can get pretty dense and stick with you for days on end. So it's pretty nice to have that bottom step there to help clean those boots off. Kurt, go ahead and hop up there and let's take a look at the daily fluid check. Now while Kurt's under the hood, I want you to focus on his boots and that platform that he's standing on. You'll notice he's got a large anti-slip platform that he has plenty of room for those size 11 boots to safely and securely stand on. Now we could cut some corners here and take the inexpensive route and have just a flat piece of metal with some sandpaper on top, but we don't think that is sufficient. We feel you have to have large anti-skid stamped metal plates to help keep him safe and secure up there. How's your fluids look, Kurt?
Looks good. I think it's ready to go.
All right, let's button that thing up and let's get to work. So Kurt's going to hop inside the cab of the machine, and we're going to start focusing on some of the creature comforts and the operator station of our machine and the safety features inside. Let's move around to the back. You'll notice Kurt has put his seat belt on, and he's in there, he's adjusting his air ride suspension seat. That is standard with all of our backhoe loaders, and he's removed his hard hat. Now, I did mention it is a nice, beautiful day here in Clayton, North Carolina. The sun is shining, the breeze is blowing. It's a little bit humid, and if you're from North Carolina or have ever been here, you know what I'm talking about. But he's going to open those windows up, and he's going to get a good cross ventilation breeze rolling through, and he and I can have a conversation with that glass out and not have to scream at one another. Kurt, how's it feel in there?
Feels good.
All right. So what he's going to do now, he's going to start adjusting those pods, and he's going to use our unique design. He's going to depress that foot pedal, and with the back grab handles, he can adjust those pods infinitely within range, and he can lock those into position simply by letting off the foot pedal. So you can see he's got those pods pulled back and they're locked in place. He might not quite be as comfortable as he'd like to be, so he can actually move those pods in and out as well. by simply depressing that pedal again and pushing those in and out. How's it feel?
Feels perfect.
All right, well, don't get too comfortable in there. You got a long day ahead of you, buddy. So we've talked about the outside of the machine with the anti-slip steps and the large platforms. We've talked about inside the machine with the pods, the fully adjustable pods and the nice open windows. A really, really nice 360 view from up there in the perch. Now we're going to talk about the technology a little bit. Now, on the back of our machines, we have what we call a quick idle down button on this joystick.
Hey, Dustin, you're in the line of fire there. Can you come around here and
Busted.
talk to me from the side window?
That's right. Kurt busted me. I was in the line of fire, and I was in a very, very bad danger zone. I was in the swing casting and in front of the stabilizer. Now I am safely standing behind the stabilizer. I'm a good arm's length away from the machine, and now he and I can have that conversation with that window open, and I can help walk him through what the job's going to entail today. Now, it could be something as simple as digging a trench, or it could be something very critical like craning pipe into coworkers inside that trench. So one of the unique features that we have on our machines that is standard across the board is our variable displacement piston pump. That piston pump allows us to run at lower RPMs but maintain all the power we need to raise that load. When you reduce that engine RPM, we actually slow down the hydraulics, so now he has better finite control of that load. What you think there, Kurt?
I think it looks good. Ready to go.
He's ready. Kurt, you know, if anybody knows Kurt like I do, he is itching to go all the time. So we want to carry on this conversation about our braking system, and we're going to talk about the unique braking system in the market. Kurt, go ahead and button this machine up, and let's demonstrate this for them. We'll step over to this side while he buttons up the machine and begin talking about the unique braking system that we have to offer. In our cab, we have a 3-position switch that gives you the ability to do 2-wheel braking with 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel braking with 4-wheel drive, and then the unique feature, that middle button, is going to be 2-wheel drive with 4-wheel brake assist. Now, if you've been around our backhoes long enough, you know that we don't have front brakes on this machine. But what we've done is we have designed into the system the ability to kick in that 4-wheel drive transmission or that 4-wheel drive powertrain to help slow that machine down. So we've got 2 brake pedals in the cab, and when you depress both those brake pedals at the same time, they actuate the back brakes, but they also hit a sensor that helps kick in that 4-wheel drive, and that 4-wheel drive, the powertrain itself will help slow it down. So you can see Kurt's taking off, and he's just taking his time. Typically what you'll see on a job site, riding around in 3rd gear. He's moving at a pretty good clip. He's making his turn, and he's going to come back towards us, and he's going to show the braking capability with 2-wheel drive with 2-wheel braking. He's going to get to the cone, and he's going to hit his brakes. You notice that's a pretty good stopping capability. His front wheels continue to roll, but he stopped within the length of a full-size SUV. Let me go mark that for you. Like I said earlier, we all know Kurt better than that, and he's a bit of a cowboy on the job site. And when he gets in a hurry, he thinks it's lunchtime. So you can tell he looks like he's heading off to his truck to go grab a sandwich. But you know what? He's got to come back here and talk to me anyway. So he's going to spin around. He's moving at a lot faster clip now. He's ran it out into 5th and 6th gear, and he's going to step on it. See how those front brakes, those front tires look like they locked up? That 4-wheel drive transmission actually kicked in and helped him slow that machine, and he saved about 25% on his stopping distance. Let me mark that for you. We'll move back over here because I'm going to have a word with Kurt about how fast he's driving on our job site around here. You notice he's stopping the machine, he's dropping the bucket and putting the bucket on the ground, putting all the implements on the ground. He's got his boom locked out so it's safe and secure. We're going to have a conversation now about how fast he's driving. Kurt, what's the deal, man?
Dustin, I thought you said it was time for lunch.
Food is always on this guy's mind. So today we have talked about inside the cab with all the creature comforts that we have inside the cab. And you may be asking yourself, why do we focus on inside the cab so much when all the creature comforts? Well, first of all, we know that when an operator is fatigued, his back hurts, his shoulders hurt, he's distracted. And a distracted operator is a careless operator. So we don't want to put these guys in any type of situation where they could potentially drop a load or hurt one of their coworkers or even hurt themselves. The second thing is if they're not sitting in the machine and they are ergonomically adjusted to their environment, then long-term effects are going to take place, which could lead to workers' comp claims and expensive doctor bills, and all just aches and pains for Kurt in the future. So that's why we focused on operator comfort and creature comfort so much. We also talked about the outside of the machine. These guys are in and out of these machines day in and day out under all kinds of different foot conditions, and we don't want them slipping off and getting hurt outside of the machine. And then finally, we talked about the technology. We have a lot of things that go into these machines, and like I said, I don't have the time today to sit and talk to you about all the different safety features, but we did want to give you a couple of practical ideas of what we feel is important when it comes to safety. So covering all that now, I think it's time we take some questions. Kurt, you getting any questions in on your phone?
Actually, I have one here now. It says, how many mirrors come standard from the factory? Can I get more?
Right now, we only have one mirror that comes standard with the factory, and that is the front view mirror. But we also have side mirrors that are available as an optional item that you can get from the factory, and those are your side mirrors. Okay, what else?
That's the only question I've got right now, but I do know a lot of people ask me about our braking in general and our all-wheel drive and how they interact. And usually the question I get is, I hear the all-wheel drive disengage when I'm at roading speed. Basically what's going on there is we're kicking the all-wheel drive out at roading speed, so you reduce wear and tear on the machine, but at the same time we incorporate safety into that by the software re-engaging all-wheel drive as part of the braking system to stop shorter, as you saw here in the demonstration.
That's a good point, Kurt. You know, we talked about our unique braking system, and a lot of questions I get is this braking system standard on our machines? And when you order a machine with four-wheel drive, the answer is yes. The braking system is standard with all of our four-wheel drive powertrains. Do we have any other questions that have come in?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So look, we don't have any more questions today. We're going to enjoy the rest of the day out here in Clayton, North Carolina. Kurt's going to move some dirt for us, and we really appreciate you guys showing up today and watching our video and watching us live. One thing I do want to mention to you is if you have any questions, feel free to follow up with us on this Facebook page and make sure that you ask those questions. We will get back to you in a timely manner with those answers. Or you may be able to find those answers on cat.com, and at the end of the day, your local dealer is going to have all those answers for you as well. Cat YouTube channels has a lot of informative videos, whether it be machine walkarounds, maintenance items, or even just videos that show the different features on our machines. So you can go check us out on YouTube at Cat Landscape and Construction Trades. And then finally, you can follow us like you're doing right now on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We appreciate your time today, and go make it a great day.